Welcome to our journey. Today we explore the birth of a nation, how the United States of America was formed. This is a story of courage, struggle, and unity. Let's dive into the origins of this great nation. The story begins long before 1776. Indigenous peoples lived on this land for thousands of years. Their cultures thrived, rich with traditions and knowledge. Then came European explorers in the late 1400s. Christopher Columbus landed in 1492. His voyages opened the door for European colonization. Spain, France, and England sought new territories. In 1607, Jamestown became the first English colony. It marked the beginning of British settlements in America. More colonies followed along the eastern seaboard. 13 colonies emerged between 1607 and 1733. These colonies were diverse in culture and economy. New England focused on trade and shipbuilding. The middle colonies had fertile soil for farming. The southern colonies relied on plantation. Life in the colonies wasn't without challenges. Disease, harsh weather, and conflicts shaped their existence. Tensions grew between colonists and Native Americans. Land disputes and broken treaties fueled violence. Meanwhile, Britain tightened its grip on the colonies. The British imposed taxes without colonial representation. This led to cries of no taxation without representation. Events like the Boston Tea Party symbolized resistance. Colonists dumped tea into Boston Harbor in protest. Britain responded with harsh laws called the Intolerable Acts. These acts united the colonies against British rule. In 1774, the First Continental Congress convened. Delegates discussed how to respond to British oppression. They petitioned King George III for relief, but were ignored. Tensions escalated into armed conflict. The American Revolutionary War began in 1775. Battles at Lexington and Concord marked the start. Colonial militias faced off against British troops. The fight for independence had officially begun. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted. Thomas Jefferson penned this historic document. It declared the colony's separation from Great Britain. All men are created equal, it famously stated. The war raged on for several more years. Key battles included Saratoga, Valley Forge, and Yorktown. George Washington led the Continental Army. France joined the fight as an ally to the colonies. Their support proved crucial to the American victory. In 1781, British General Cornwallis surrendered at Yorktown. The Treaty of Paris ended the war in 1783. Britain recognized the independence of the United States. A new nation was born, free from colonial rule. But challenges remained for the fledgling country. The Articles of Confederation served as the first constitution. However, it created a weak central government. States operated almost like independent countries. Economic instability and lack of unity plagued the nation. Leaders realized a stronger framework was needed. In 1787, delegates gathered for the Constitutional Convention. They debated and crafted the U.S. Constitution. It established a federal system with 3 branches. Executive, legislative, and judicial powers were balanced. The Bill of Rights was added in 1791. It protected individual freedoms and limited government power. George Washington became the first president. He set precedents for leadership and governance. The young nation faced internal and external threats. Political divisions arose between Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Foreign relations tested the strength of the new government. Despite these challenges, the nation persevered. Westward expansion brought opportunities and conflicts. Manifest destiny drove settlers across the continent. Native Americans suffered displacement and loss. Slavery also cast a dark shadow over the nation. The institution divided the North and South deeply. Tensions eventually led to the Civil War in 1861. Abraham Lincoln guided the nation through this crisis. The Union emerged victorious, abolishing slavery. Reconstruction aimed to rebuild and reunite the country. Challenges persisted, but progress was made. The United States continued to grow and evolve. Immigrants arrived seeking opportunity and freedom. Industrialization transformed the economy. World wars tested the nation's resolve. Through it all, the USA stood resilient. Today, the United States remains a global leader. Its history is one of triumphs and struggles. From its founding to modern times, it inspires many. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. We hope you enjoyed learning about the birth of a nation. Subscribe for more fascinating stories. Until next time, take care and keep exploring history.